Madden Football brings you the divisional round of the NFL playoffs, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the reigning NFC champs and the Bears on Sunday night.
Now, this great venue has hosted some memorable playoff games over the years, and these Bear fans are hoping to make some new memories today at Soldier Field in Chicago. A hand will decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game, as we've got a great one in store between the Detroit Lions and the Chicago Bears. Hello, everyone. As the postseason continues here on EA Sports, we're pleased to bring it to you. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And who has the edge here? You got one side that had some extra rest, but another comes in off a win last week in the wild card round.
And it's funny, depending on which team you are, you say that that's an advantage. You'll take the rest, you'll take the week off, get your guys healed up a little bit and ready to go. But that team that's coming in off of a win last week, they're really excited to keep playing. They feel like they are hot and ready to go.
The fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round. We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. Orchestrating the offense will be a man who, of course, won a national title back in his days at Clemson, Deshaun Watson.
And he and his team, they were the beneficiaries of a first-round bye earned by a tremendous regular season. He'd been a little bit nicked up, so he could use the rest. And I'm sure his teammates felt the exact same way. But now it'll be interesting to watch their first few drives in this one. Because sometimes getting the rest is great, but sometimes you accumulate a little bit of rust as well. Maybe they come out flat, and they can't afford that in the postseason.
Looking to throw right away is Watson. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at second down. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again is Watson. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Now, they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Now Watson. He's going to look deep for more. And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They will be led out by the Heisman Trophy winner from 2018, drafted #1 overall the subsequent year, Kyler Murray.
And the quality of opponent goes up a notch here in this divisional round. But he's coming off such a sensational performance, I'm not sure he cares. 4 touchdown passes in the last game, and you'd have to imagine his head coach would sign up for that right now.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Last week in the wild card win, he had 7 catches. That's his first one here. First down, Murray. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Play fake, Murray. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it, and the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive stalls out, but the field goal does get them the first points of the night.
And 3 points, not to be underestimated. How about this, right? You're on the road, you're under the lights, national television audience. This is not a dress rehearsal, partner. This is for real, and a pretty nice opening statement.
And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. They'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Here's Watson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. 2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one. On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. Dorsett on the return. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. And one thing we haven't pointed out yet, probably should, you got a dome team on the road, January, cold weather. How tough is that, or is that something that really shouldn't come into play?
Well, it shouldn't come into play, but let's face it, if you've been a dome team all year and used to controlled environment, you need to get yourself outside a little bit for practice during the week. And that's what most of these teams do, because just because they play in a dome doesn't mean they don't have bad weather outside to work in. So they can do that, get their guys acclimated, and then that way, it takes it all away when you get to game day in a foreign place.
And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They'll run it again with Henry. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Inside handoff, Henry. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. They fake the handoff, now Murray. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 23. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Murray now on first down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And they are able to add on to their advantage. To try here for the extra point. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They trail here early in this division round game as they seek a spot in the NFC title bout. Watson's throw into the hands of Henry here. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 10-0 the score after one on EA Sports. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here's Watson. This is intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. The mistake there by the offense, Charles. They tried to pick on a Pro Bowl corner in coverage there, and not the smartest decision. He reminded him that he was a Pro Bowl corner with not only the pick, but the pick six.
And those guys who have that designation, sometimes they get a little bit bored in games because people try to avoid them. They absolutely love it when they get challenged, and it's a chance to remind everyone exactly why they were tabbed as one of the best in the league the prior season.
Point after, up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Onto the field now come the Bears. And you work so hard during the regular season to earn that bye to go to the divisional round fresh. Well, maybe they're too fresh because they've come out here pretty flat.
And how many times have we seen it? And let's go to other sports now. Let's go to basketball, baseball, those ones where the playoffs are a series. And you see teams who were playing before versus the team that had the bye, and they take them on. And how many often does that team that had been playing before win game one?
Right.
Almost always, right? Feels that way anyway. But it's a one-shot deal like the NFL. That's critical because now you come in and you get the momentum. You can take them out in that one game, and it's over. And those other ones, that team at home usually gets a chance to recover, and they're usually the better team.
They better hunt that momentum inside quickly. This might be the last game. Third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And he'll get credit for a punt inside the 20, not by much, but inside the 20 at the 19-yard line. Kyler Murray going to lead his offense back out. He threw a touchdown pass last time they had it. And he'll look to get him in the end zone again here as they start with a 1st down. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Now Murray off play action. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A 1st down carry for Henry. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Henry. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. The Lions on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 32-yard line. Henry up the middle. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Play action. Now it's Murray. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. And incomplete.
defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And that will extend their lead even further. That was perfect. From distance, he steps up, knocks it right down Main Street.
And Main Street's celebrating right now with him, aren't they? I love the mechanics of the whole thing. Snap, hold, everything was right on target, and the blocking was perfect, and he executed so well.
Dante Pettis now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Chicago offense set to get started. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. Now a first down throw. Watson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up second down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. And now the third down throw incomplete as well. So on now is Johnny Hecker to punt this one away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. It's a net of 40 there, a punt of 48, and a return of 8. And the Lions will take over. Detroit's offense ready to take over. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it. And he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing now is Murray. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Bears take over. Now the Bears going to take over now late in this first half. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. Watson's throw there complete to Mooney. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Looking to throw again on second down. Watson throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. On first down, Watson finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. 2nd and 11 at the 41. Back to throw, Watson. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. That's complete to Mooney. Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC Divisional Round matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll start over at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. 17-10. The final score. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Lions, and there were a few factors as to why they've built this good size advantage, but the rushing numbers were not all that amazing. We'll see if they can pick it up in the second half. Meanwhile, for the Bears, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football, and they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break. Both these teams, no doubt, making their final adjustments as we speak. Which of these two teams is going to advance to the NFC title game next Sunday? To find out, let's get you back to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. And the Lions getting set to go on offense to start the third. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half it didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
From just shy of midfield, Murray. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 26. Now a handoff to Henry. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And quickly, they get to the line. On 2nd and 9, Murray. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They'll try and run for it with Henry. They give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the third quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances, so they need to tough.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Lions continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. So the first drive ended in 3. This time they take it down and punch it in the end zone.
So that first drive felt like they were just gathering knowledge, didn't it? Just enough to kick the field goal on the first one. And the second time they put it all together and got it all the way to the end zone.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half.
The CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. And that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
There's a nice pickup right there. And after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. From the gun, here's Watson. He's got the connection to Moore. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. One quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Soldier Field. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Watson on first down. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34.
Buda Baker, the safety, he gets in from the secondary for the sack. But just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
And they decided to go with the safety blitz there. And look, if that gets picked up, quarterback really has the advantage then because he'll have more time to throw the football and some wide open space. But when it doesn't, that's a guy who gets a free run into the backfield. And oftentimes, the QB ends up on his backside as he did there.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 17. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. This one winding toward a conclusion. And how would you assess how the secondary is played?
Well, we just saw them take another shot downfield that was incomplete, correct?
Correct.
So my assessment is that if anyone's played really well in this game, it's been the secondary. That was the latest example.
Yeah, they've been solid. Really, the whole defense has been solid. Still pitching a shutout. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert, and the Lions will take over. Though certainly not the way that they were hoping that possession would end, failing to convert on 4th.
And now they've got to make sure that they keep their poise, they keep their confidence. Just because it didn't work once doesn't mean if they get that same situation later that they shouldn't go for it again. The defense feels great, but the offense, they can't be despondent.
They begin with Henry, and he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, 2nd down. On play action, it's Murray.
He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble.
And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Murray now on first down.
Open man left side. It's the tight end Tremble.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Well, partner, nothing but praise from me for this offense. They have been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense. And let's face it, this has been a master class in offensive football that we've been here to witness.
Again to Henry. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry. To throw on 2nd and 6. Murray.
That's going to be caught by Pitts.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Henry. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
So 2nd and goal, and the big man Henry alone in the backfield. They'll give it to him again, and they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
He has been an integral part of the offense all season, and now in the playoffs he's carrying it over. Had the touchdown last week in the wild card game. Now his second TD of the playoffs.
Showing some consistency, and that's something that we have to keep in mind about the playoffs, because we often think you have to be spectacular in order to win. I think consistent is what you're looking for. That can get you to the finish line.
The point after is good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
The Bears offense out there set and ready to go.
Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. Watson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. That's just his second catch of the game. They wanted to keep him silent. They have kept him silent.
Defensive football 101. Don't let the best player on offense beat you. Take him out of the game. They've done a great job of doing that.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. A shotgun snap for Watson. And his throw is incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
On 1st down, it's Watson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. A good convergence there defensively. Only a yard, and it's 2nd down. To the air yet again. Watson. Under pressure now. Watson, and down he goes. Chase Young. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
Let's go ahead and put check marks by it all, partner. No points. Down by 4 touchdowns. Haven't had anything going today on offense. Why not add a late sack to the mix? Obviously a day to forget for all involved. Let's give plenty of credit to this defensive effort. They've been excellent from start to finish.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
And Detroit getting set to go now.
They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
Murray's going to look to throw this thing. And he fires one that's intercepted. Blitzed by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Bears will run field position as they take over at the 45-yard line.
Well, it's a cold buddy. And whether you're a quarterback who wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And there is a lot of shock in the stadium. The top seed, the favorites, really getting hammered thus far in this divisional round and getting close to a disappointing one-and-done scenario in these playoffs. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Watson.